Long ago, in the realm of the Greek gods, there was a prophecy that would forever alter the course of divine history. Zeus, the king of the gods and ruler of Mount Olympus, had a vision that both intrigued and troubled him. This prophetic glimpse into the future foretold that one of his own offspring would eventually surpass him in wisdom and power. It was a revelation that gnawed at Zeus's thoughts, filling him with a mix of fascination and unease. Now Zeus was married to Metis, the Titaness of wisdom and cunning counsel. Metis was renowned throughout the heavens for her intellect, and it was within her that the seeds of this fateful prophecy had been sown, for she was pregnant with Zeus's child. Fearing the potential threat posed by the prophecy, Zeus made a drastic and fateful decision. He resolved to prevent this foretold future from ever coming to pass, to ensure that no child of his would challenge his supremacy. In a bold move, Zeus chose to swallow Metis whole, believing that by doing so, he would absorb her wisdom and, in the process, prevent the birth of the child who might one day stand above him. As time passed, Metis resided within Zeus, and her wisdom did indeed grow within him. Yet, the act of swallowing her had unforeseen consequences that Zeus had not anticipated. His mind began to be assailed by excruciating headaches, as if his very thoughts were being torn asunder from within. The pain became unbearable, and one day, as Zeus's headache reached its zenith, he called upon his son Hephaestus, the god of blacksmiths and craftsmen, for aid. In desperation, he beseeched Hephaestus to split open his skull. With a mighty blow, Hephaestus complied, and from the cleft head of Zeus emerged Athena, fully grown and clad in shining armor. Her birth was a radiant spectacle, with her piercing gray eyes mirroring the wisdom she embodied. Significantly, Athena's birthplace was far from the usual Greek mythological settings, occurring on the shores of Lake Tritonis, in the land of Libya. This unusual location added an air of mystique to her origin and emphasized her unique nature. Athena, from the moment of her emergence, displayed not only unparalleled wisdom but also qualities of strategic thinking and courage. She was not only a goddess of wisdom but also one of warfare, embodying the blend of intellect and valor. In her hand she held a shield, its gleam reflecting her authority, and by her side an owl, symbolizing wisdom, became her steadfast companion. From that moment onward, Athena became one of the most revered and influential deities in all of Greek mythology. She was the goddess of wisdom, courage, and strategic warfare, her emblem the owl. Her story not only revealed the complexities of Greek mythology, where prophecies and divine actions shaped the destiny of gods and mortals alike, but also left an indelible mark on the culture and tales of ancient Greece. In the ancient city of Lydia, a place of rich history and culture, there lived a young woman named Arachne. Her reputation was widespread, and she was celebrated for her exceptional skill in weaving. With a grace that seemed almost magical, her hands moved upon the loom, crafting tapestries of such intricacy that they were the envy of all who beheld them. Yet there was a flaw in her artistry that would prove her undoing. Arachne was filled to the brim with arrogance, believing herself to be the greatest weaver in all of Greece. Word of Arachne's extraordinary talent eventually reached the ears of Athena, the goddess of wisdom and crafts. Athena herself was a master weaver, and her loom was said to be as intricate as the very cosmos. However, she was also known for her sense of justice, and the hubris of Arachne could not escape her notice. Athena, in her wisdom, chose to visit Arachne in disguise, hoping to impart a valuable lesson rather than outright punishment. She appeared as an old woman, her face hidden beneath a shawl, and approached Arachne as the young weaver worked at her loom. Athena began by offering genuine compliments to Arachne's work, acknowledging the undeniable skill it displayed. But with a gentle tone, she suggested that even the greatest artists had limits to their abilities. Arachne, oblivious to the true identity of her visitor, responded with scorn, declaring that she could outweave Athena herself if given the chance. Athena's patience waned at this display of hubris, and she revealed her divine form, issuing a challenge to Arachne. "Very well," Athena declared, "we shall have a weaving contest. Let the muses, those embodiments of artistic inspiration, be our judges, and let the one who creates the most magnificent tapestry emerge victorious." Arachne, consumed by her arrogance and unable to resist such a challenge, accepted without hesitation. The stage was set, and the day of the contest arrived, a crowd gathering to witness the weaving showdown between the mortal weaver and the goddess herself. Each contestant set up her loom, and the atmosphere crackled with tension. Athena's tapestry depicted scenes of gods and mortals, showcasing their virtues and lessons learned. Her work was a masterpiece of divine craftsmanship and storytelling, capturing the grandeur of the heavens. Arachne, on the other hand, wove a tapestry that ridiculed the gods. She depicted them in compromising situations, often behaving foolishly and shamefully. Her tapestry was a testament to her artistic skill, but it was also a brazen act of hubris, as she dared to mock the divine. When the tapestries were complete, the muses, renowned for their knowledge of art and inspiration, examined the weavings. They marveled at Arachne's talent but were appalled by her audacity. Then they turned their gaze to Athena's tapestry, a creation that radiated wisdom and reverence. In the end, the muses had no hesitation in declaring Athena the victor. Arachne's defiance of the gods had consequences, and her punishment was swift. Athena, in her wisdom and sense of justice, punished Arachne but also offered her a chance at redemption. With a gentle touch, Athena laid her hand upon Arachne's forehead, and the young weaver's body underwent a profound transformation. Her limbs elongated, her skin darkened, and her fingers fused together. In a moment, she was transformed into a creature that would forever weave intricate patterns, the spider. Arachne could continue to weave her intricate webs, but she would do so as a humble and industrious creature, no longer filled with the hubris that had led to her downfall. And so, the tale of Athena and Arachne became a cautionary story, a reminder to mortals of the consequences of challenging the divine, while also highlighting Athena's role as a goddess of wisdom, justice, and creativity in Greek mythology. From prophecies and divine visions to the weaving contests of mortals and goddesses, the tapestry of Greek mythology weaves a rich narrative that transcends time, offering lessons in wisdom, humility, and the complexities of human and divine nature. Now, our story takes us to the heroic journey of Perseus, a son of both god and mortal, whose life was marked by adversity, divine intervention, and legendary feats of heroism. Perseus's destiny was set in motion when his mother Danae, a mortal woman, caught the eye of Zeus, the king of the Greek gods. However, their love affair triggered a tragic prophecy. Chrysaor, Danae's father, learned of the prophecy that foretold his own demise at the hands of his grandson. Fearing this grim fate, he imprisoned Danae and her infant son Perseus in a wooden chest, which he cast adrift at sea. Their fate seemed bleak, but divine providence had other plans. The chest bearing Danae and Perseus eventually washed ashore on the island of Seriphos, where they were taken in by Dictys, a kind-hearted fisherman. However, the ruler of the island, King Polydectes, grew infatuated with Danae and saw Perseus as an obstacle to his desires. He hatched a cunning plan to rid himself of the young hero in the making. Polydectes announced his intention to marry another woman and demanded that each islander contribute gifts. Perseus, being poor, had nothing to offer. Seizing the opportunity, Polydectes asked Perseus to bring him the head of Medusa, the only mortal Gorgon, as his gift. Perseus, guided by fate and influenced by the gods, accepted the perilous quest. It was a quest that would shape his destiny and test his mettle as a hero. Athena, the goddess of wisdom and strategy, played a pivotal role in aiding him on this journey. She appeared before Perseus, offering not only her polished bronze shield but also her guidance and counsel. Athena taught him how to navigate the treacherous path to the lair of the fearsome Gorgon. Perseus embarked on his perilous journey, facing challenges that would have daunted the bravest of mortals. He eventually arrived at the distant land where the Gorgons resided, dreadful creatures with snakes for hair who could turn any who gazed upon them into stone. Armed with Athena's shield as a mirror and a sword, Perseus infiltrated their lair. In the heart of danger, he encountered not only the fearsome Medusa but also her immortal sisters, Stheno and Uriel. These were formidable adversaries, but Perseus, with Athena's guidance and the mirror-like shield, slew Medusa without meeting her petrifying gaze. The blood of Medusa, upon contact with the earth, gave birth to two legendary beings, Pegasus, the winged horse, and Chrysaor, a giant of great strength. With Medusa's head secured in a special bag, Perseus began his journey back to Seriphos. Along the way, he encountered various challenges and undertook heroic deeds. One of these included saving Andromeda from a monstrous sea serpent, showcasing his valor and might. Upon his return to Seriphos, Perseus faced the treacherous King Polydectes, who had threatened his mother and sought to marry her against her will. Using the power of Medusa's gaze, Perseus turned Polydectes and his court to stone, fulfilling his promise to the king but also putting an end to the threat they posed. Perseus's quest, filled with divine guidance and extraordinary feats, solidified his place as one of the legendary heroes of Greek mythology. His story exemplified the interplay between mortals and gods and showcased Athena's role as a protector and strategist. Perseus's adventures would continue to resonate through the annals of myth and legend. The tale of Perseus and Medusa remains one of the most enduring and captivating stories of Greek mythology, highlighting the power of the gods, the hero's journey, and the influence of Athena as a goddess of wisdom and strategic warfare. Our narrative commences in the ancient city of Athens, a place renowned for its wisdom and cultural richness. Yet, the city's destiny was forever altered by a prophecy, an oracle's proclamation that would set the stage for a divine competition. The tale unfolds with the onset of the Trojan War, a conflict that would reverberate through the annals of history. It all began when Prince Paris of Troy, driven by love and desire, abducted Helen, the beautiful wife of King Menelaus of Sparta. Menelaus, incensed by this act, called upon his brother, King Agamemnon of Mycenae, to gather a coalition of Greek city-states. Their mission was twofold: to retrieve Helen and to seek revenge upon Troy. Amidst the complexities of this epic saga, Athena, the goddess of wisdom and strategy, emerged as a pivotal figure. She lent her guidance, protection, and counsel to the leaders and heroes of the Greek forces. Among these heroes were the likes of Achilles, the near-invulnerable warrior; Odysseus, the cunning and resourceful strategist; Ajax, the formidable and mighty warrior; and many others. Each possessed unique qualities and strengths, united by their determination to restore Helen and lay siege to Troy. The Greek fleet, under the command of Agamemnon, sailed across the tumultuous Aegean Sea to the shores of Troy. The city, fortified by high walls and defended by its formidable warriors, was a daunting adversary. The war that ensued would stretch for 10 arduous years, marked by heroic deeds, tragic losses, and divine interventions. Throughout the course of the conflict, Athena guided the Greek leaders with her wisdom and strategic insights. She was a constant presence, advising Odysseus on the construction of the Trojan horse, a colossal wooden structure that concealed Greek soldiers within. This ingenious ruse would ultimately lead to the downfall of Troy. The Greek army, feigning a retreat from the war, left the Trojan horse at the gates of Troy as a supposed offering to the gods. The Trojans, unaware of the deception, brought the horse within the city's walls. That fateful night, Greek soldiers emerged from the wooden behemoth, opened the city gates to the waiting Greek army, and Troy fell in a blaze of fire and bloodshed. Athena, watchful and ever-present, continued to play a role in the aftermath of the war. She was known to be a protector of heroes such as Odysseus and Diomedes as they faced various trials and challenges on their perilous journeys back to Greece. The influence of Athena extended beyond the war itself. In the epic poem The Odyssey by Homer, Athena remained a constant companion and aid to Odysseus as he navigated a series of trials and tribulations on his long voyage home. Her wisdom and guidance helped him overcome numerous obstacles and eventually reunite with his family. The Trojan War and its enduring aftermath left an indelible mark on Greek mythology, literature, and culture. Athena's role as a wise and strategic deity, guiding and protecting heroes in their epic quests, exemplified her vital importance in Greek society. Athens, with its Parthenon dedicated to Athena, stood as a beacon of wisdom and civilization in the ancient world. The story of Athens and the Trojan War is a testament to the enduring power of Greek mythology and the central role of Athena in shaping the destinies of heroes and civilizations. Our story begins with a prophecy that would shape the destiny of a hero and the city of Athens itself. Long ago, in the heart of ancient Greece, Athens was a city in search of a patron deity, a protector and guide. The city's fate was uncertain, and its people yearned for divine favor. The prophecy, whispered by an oracle, foretold that a new city would rise, and its patron would be determined through a contest between two mighty Olympian gods, Athena and Poseidon. With this prophecy known throughout Greece, Athena, the goddess of wisdom and crafts, and Poseidon, the god of the sea and earthquakes, descended upon the rocky hill of the Acropolis, the future site of Athens. Both gods were determined to prove their worthiness as the city's patron. Poseidon, confident in his abilities, raised his mighty trident high into the air and struck the ground with all his divine might. In an instant, a powerful saltwater spring burst forth, its waters sparkling with the essence of the sea. It was a breathtaking display of power, but it also carried the unpredictable nature of the sea itself, a symbol of its might and capriciousness. Athena, in her wisdom, offered a different gift to the Athenians. She planted an olive tree on the Acropolis, a tree that would come to symbolize peace, abundance, and wisdom. Its branches provided shade, its fruit offered sustenance, and its oil had myriad uses, from cooking to lighting lamps. The olive tree represented not only the prosperity of civilization but also the pursuit of knowledge and wisdom. The Athenians faced a momentous choice. They pondered the gifts presented by Athena and Poseidon, understanding the significance of both. Poseidon's spring was indeed awe-inspiring, but it brought with it the harshness of salt water, which couldn't sustain life. In contrast, Athena's olive tree promised peace, abundance, and a brighter future. After careful consideration, the Athenians made their decision. They chose Athena and her gift of the olive tree as the city's patron. The wisdom, peace, and prosperity that her gift symbolized resonated deeply with them, and they believed it would bring greater blessings to their city. In honor of the goddess who had won their favor, the city was named Athens, and it flourished under Athena's protection. The olive tree, a sacred symbol, became an integral part of Athenian culture and remains associated with the city to this day. The contest for Athens is a story of wisdom prevailing over brute force, and the enduring influence of Athena in the city's history. Athena continued to be revered as the city's protector and patron, and the Parthenon, a magnificent temple dedicated to her, was built atop the Acropolis as a symbol of her enduring legacy. The tale of the contest for Athens underscores Athena's role as a goddess of wisdom, strategy, and peace, and her gift of the olive tree laid the foundation for the prosperity and cultural richness of this ancient city. And thus, our journey through the tapestry of Greek mythology comes to an end. From prophecies and divine visions to the heroic quests of mortals and gods, these stories have woven a rich narrative that transcends time, offering lessons in wisdom, humility, and the intricate relationship between mortals and the divine. Thank you for watching. Please comment below what you would like to see next.